I had someone reach out and message me asking me why they are so needy and what they can do to fix it. So I wanted to film this video because I think we've all been there in our lives where we have an attachment to a relationship, a person, or a thing that we really desire, and we get into this energy of being really needy, and it chases these people away. It's smothering, it's too much, right? So I want to share some tools and the breakdown of why this happens. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Kara Michelle and I'm here to help you live your truth. Today's video is going to help so much if you find yourself getting into the energy of being too needy, right? So I have put up a lot of words here, different synonyms and examples to look at, because the energy of neediness is kind of the energy of needing that external validation, that desperation, that desire, right? Needing something or someone outside of ourselves that we think is going to make us feel complete, or it's going to make us feel validated. It's going to make us feel good enough, right? Anytime you are looking for something external to make you feel enough, there is a problem, because you cannot rely on external things. All you can rely on is yourself. And this is going to sound really bad, but we never know who may come in and who may go out of our lives, right? So if you attach your worth and your I don't know what it is. Like, if you decide that you're only worthy because this person loves you, or this person wants you, or you have these certain things in your life, if you have that kind of belief, then what if that thing's gone or that person's gone? You're going to doubt yourself, you're going to crumble, you're going to feel like you are not enough, and it's a really negative place to be in. So one of the biggest things that I work on with my clients inside my 90-day program comes back to this inner worth, finding it within to know that you are worthy and deserving of everything. You are more than enough. You have always been enough, and reprogramming your mind to have the belief patterns that allow you to see that and show up from that place every single day. This is absolutely crucial, and this is something where so many people go wrong and get stuck. If you want to know more about that, make sure you check out the free mindset training or the 5-day Release to Thrive challenge down below, because those are going to help break this down and share my 3-step process with you on how I help my clients do this. But if we look at this right now, when you are feeling really needy, there is attachment, right? Like that, I really need this thing or this person. That's not a good energy to be in, because it's creating a separation. It's creating this dissonance between you being complete and whole and enough right now versus like you having to have this person or thing in order to feel complete or whole or enough, right? So all of your worth and everything is in this external object or person. It also creates that desperate energy, right? We've all been or known the person who shows up with a really desperate energy, like just so desperate to have this person, so desperate to have friends, so desperate to achieve something, right? And desperate energy is not attractive. It isn't magnetizing. It's actually the opposite, right? It actually repels people from you. So the more desperate your energy is, the harder it's going to be to achieve and acquire whatever it is or whoever it is that you want, right? And then we're also looking at the fact that if you're being really needy, you are searching for that external validation. And that is going to leave you forever upset or forever searching, right? Because there's always going to be someone else who comes along and you're going to need their approval so deeply. When we were children, this was our parents, right? We needed our parents, like, and there's nothing wrong with this. Physiologically, we needed our parents as children, and as babies, we needed our parents in order to survive. We knew that if we cried or whatever, we would hopefully get what we needed, whether it was love, feeding, being changed, right? And so as we got older, then we needed the approval from our friends, or we needed the approval from our teachers, from our peers, from our coaches, right? All of this needing and looking for this external validation. And I know this is something I struggled with extremely because of all of the sports that I played. Even at university volleyball, I still was so desperately searching for external validation from my coaches that I didn't believe I was good enough. I really had horrible self-talk and self-image at that time, and I felt like I was worthless. Even though I was on a scholarship and I was a key player of my team, I didn't feel like I was worthy or good enough. And because I didn't receive the validation from my coaches, I didn't actually have them saying like, hey, Carrie, you did a great job today, or like, way to go, we're so proud of you, or like anything, then I felt like I was worthless. And this is a horrible, horrible place to be in. So as you're watching this, I'd love to get you to reflect on a time in your life or a situation or a relationship where you were so, so desperate and needy for that approval because you didn't believe it in yourself, right? So something that we actually spend a whole week on inside my 90-day program is internal versus external validation. Because if you don't create internal validation, if you don't create that for yourself, you are always going to be a slave to everyone else's opinion. You're always going to be searching for the worth and the approval externally. And you know what? That's not something we can depend on. That's not something you want to depend on for the rest of your life either, right? Is finding it from someone else. We can't control how other people see us. We can't control the feedback they give us, the approval, the compliments, right? And if you are internally feeling like you're not good enough, you could have all the compliments in the world come your way and you're still not going to believe them or really know them to be true, because your internal game and your internal mindset is still playing that same old tape of I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, right? I remember even like teammates and best friends of mine when I played volleyball who were very supportive of me and could say like, oh, you did so great, and like this one play, and oh my gosh, and blah blah blah. And like one of them was like my own personal hype man, and I loved it because at least someone was telling me I was doing a good job other than my mom. But like I still didn't believe it. So sometimes I got to the point where she'd be complimenting me and saying all these things, and like it was just in one ear and out the other, because I just felt like I almost just thought she was making it up, or she was lying, or she was trying to just like I don't know what I thought, because I couldn't believe it, because internally I didn't think it was true, because internally I was telling myself, you're horrible, you played really shitty, it's your fault you lost, the coaches didn't tell you anything, so obviously they're not happy with you, that coach gave you a look, this girl did this, like it's all your fault. That was all the stories that were going on in my mind. So when you're relying on external validation, you're in a really negative, low vibe state. And that's the other part. I'm running out of places of where to draw this, right? This is a very messy diagram today. But we have like the vibrational, the frequencies of emotions, right? And the I have another video on this, the different frequencies of, like, we've got love at the very top, we've got like grief and anger, resentment, all the negative things, and then in the middle we've got kind of like being content, being at peace, and we have all of the negative low vibrations at the bottom working their way up to the top, right? So the energy of being needy, being attached, being desperate, looking for external validation, that's like a very low vibe energy. And then you wonder why you're attracting low vibe people or low vibe situations or things that don't actually make you feel good. It's because the energy you're living in and like ruminating in and day out and putting out into the world isn't a good energy. So you're not going to receive a better energy back. The world is a direct reflection of energy. So whatever you're thinking about and putting out into the world is what you're going to see coming back to you, right? That's just like the law of cause and effect too. So then we've got our self-acceptance, our self-love, our acceptance, our confidence, and our worth. These 5 words, these 5 words, can you tell I'm good at math? These 5 words are very different from those ones, right? We've got the negative, attachment, needy, desperation, like, oh, I just really want it so badly because it's not mine. I'm going to do anything I can. And like, I feel horrible without it, versus I'm so incredibly good in who I am. And I'm so incredibly happy, confident, I feel safe, I feel appreciated, I appreciate myself, and therefore I attract respect and appreciation from others, right? This is a totally different place to be in. And that is probably going to be somewhere up here when we're looking at the frequency and the vibration of energy. So when you can cultivate this internal sense of self-worth and self-love and confidence, you are not going to be so desperately clinging for other things, because you know your worth, you know you deserve the best, and therefore you actually end up attracting people who already see you that way. And it's really interesting because you start to show up from this new energy, and the neediness, the desperation, all of those low vibe things kind of bounce off you now, because you know you deserve better than that. So there's no disconnect and there's no like confirmation of your worth, right? If you believe you're good enough and you walk around, say you go outside right now today, and you walk around with your shoulders down, you know, like your nice confident stance, you feel so good in who you are, you're proud of yourself and all the things you've done, you love who you are, you love what you look like, you love what you're achieving in this world, and you know that people are lucky to know you. You know that you are making a difference, you know that you matter, and you're walking around with that confidence and that energy. It doesn't make you a bad person, right? That's what we should all feel like. But imagine walking around like that, and then you're not going to be needing someone else to complete you. You're not going to be needing something to tell you you're good enough. You know you're good enough because you're you and because you love yourself. So it changes everything. So if you're someone who finds themselves stuck in an energy of being needy and really clinging and being desperate to other people, it's a time to reflect. It's a time to look inwards about your self-worth and your beliefs around who you are and how much you matter, right? So it's a really good time to do this inner work. Again, check out the 5-day challenge. This could help you with that. But most importantly, I would say check out the mindset training, because that's going to teach you how to reprogram your mind for this kind of energy, for the confidence, for the self-love, for the worth, right? All of these things that are going to impact you as you show up every single day. So if you found this video helpful, please hit the thumbs up. Please make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell down in the corner there so that you get notified about my videos every single day. A lot of people have messaged me saying they have missed a bunch. So if you turn that on, you won't miss them. And I will see you on the next video.